Look out for that crazy electric seaweed!
No need to fret. I'll have us through in 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
Live from the sewers, this is the Turtle Power Podcast.
This is your audio source for all the news, reviews, and insight into the world of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
God, I love being a turtle!
Now join your hosts, Brian, Alex,
Awesome!
and Darby.
Bossa Nova!
Bossa Nova?
Chevy Nova? Excellent!
Now it's time for the Turtle Power Podcast.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the Turtle Power Podcast. That's right, we've got Ryan and Alex. That's right,
Hey.
but once again, Darby is pulling a Bossa Nova. Chevy Nova. But he'll be here shortly.
Maybe.
Hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed now.
But we've got a absolutely packed show. Oh my gosh, there's so much going on in the multiverse of the Turtles right now. Clip you just heard was from not the episode that just played, but the one right before it. Did you, Alex? Did you catch the reference there in that clip?
No, I mean I was in a good mood until you played it though, for whatever reason.
So
why that is? I mean,
so let me
repressed memories potentially.
I think repressed memories is quite possibly what's going on here. So watch out for that electric seaweed, and don't worry, we'll get through in 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
Okay, look, if you don't get the reference, you're too young to listen to this show. How about that? Okay, it's that simple. It's the shittiest level of all time. It made me break, I don't know, 2 or 3 controllers. It almost made me break my current gen controllers just because I downloaded it, I have it on an SD card. It's a piece of shit. It's the worst damn level, but I love the game. I do.
Great soundtrack.
Oh, dude, the soundtrack's fantastic.
Soundtrack is fantastic.
I mean, the game makes absolute zero sense for the most part. I think I don't even think that's the worst part of the game, though. I think the worst part of the game is anytime. Excuse me, I'm drinking beer, so that was a burp. Anytime any one of your characters gets low level or low health, that incessant beeping.
Oh yeah.
By far the worst thing about that game. I can deal with that level eventually. After 72 to plus hours, I may finish that level potentially. It's just why? Okay, look, like the bombs aren't even placed on pillars. They're just randomly they're just there. The seaweed. Wait, really? Electric seaweed? Doesn't even make any damn sense. Water levels back then sucked anyways. They still kind of do. The mechanics were choppy.
Yeah, well, yeah. Best. The controls made it very difficult. I think that made it even more difficult than just actually getting through. It was bad. Yeah.
So bad. Now, I will confess one thing, and as a RAF fan, I don't know if you would back me up on this. But the one player that you always use for that level, start with, because you're always going to respawn, you're not going to make it the first time, is Raph. Because he is by far the weakest character in that game because of the basically the hitbox.
Yeah,
and that's it.
Yeah,
that's the only reason why. I'm not trying to. Yeah, I am trying to get on Raph a little bit, but I mean every other character has such an advantage, and you have to have range in that game because of all projectiles.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, his weapon range is by far the least of all 4 turtles in that game. No doubt about it.
Well, in any game, really, but I mean, in that game especially.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to think which one it was. Maybe it was. Maybe it was Turtles in Time. I can't remember. There was no. I don't think it was. Anyway, the special move for Raph in one of these games was a jumping, spinning roundhouse kick, and it was
the
most powerful of all of the specials. But I think it was to compensate for the fact that his weapon reach and is the least of all four. I'm thinking I want to say it's Turtles in Time, but I don't know if that's right. But anyway, we could go down this rabbit hole all day.
I mean, we already have. We're I don't know how many minutes in. We haven't even really gotten to any part of our show notes.
No, we are 7.5 or 7 minutes something in, and goodness gracious. Let's just quit. There's a couple quick news bites we want to get into, just to touch on before we get into the meat and potatoes of this episode, or
Jesus.
But maybe more like the deep dish of this.
Just stop. No.
But
let's not do that. Let's not. No. Let's just get to the news.
April O'Neil, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right,
God,
so
she still looks good, man. That's amazing.
A couple of quick Kevin Eastman interviews. One is over at thehundreds.com. It's not very long, but it's got some cool photos of his studio out there in San Diego. Man, we
want to live there. I just want to live there.
I know, right? It looks
amazing.
So beautiful. Really need to get out there. We do have that standing invitation to go and visit. So one of these days. And then also over at Turtle Flakes, our friends over at Turtle Flakes podcast, they had a fantastic interview with Kevin just recently. I think it was 2 episodes ago, and we're in talks with those guys. We're gonna maybe have something planned in the future, a Turtles megacast, if you will, perhaps. So shout out to those guys. There's quite a few good Turtle podcasts out there now, and they're one of them. So stand by for some news on that front.
Yep.
Action figure photos from Brian McCarty. These are fantastic. Head over to brianmccarty.com/photographs. .html.
It's just don't even. Who cares about the turtles in this? It's all about the obese Tony the Tiger. It's fucking amazing. Oh my gosh! Fuck the turtles. The turtles don't even. Who cares? I don't even care. I just don't. And why is Donnie? Either Donnie. Okay, let's get. Is about to beat the crap out of that rat, or he's about to just beat the crap out of April. One of the two is about to happen. I'm not sure.
I think it's the rat. I think he's gonna go after the rat.
But he's gonna miss him. Look where the shadow is, right? So the shadow is parallel to the rat, and based on, I'm no aerospace engineer or anything, but based on the trajectory, he's gonna hit April.
It does look like that. You are right. It's true. It does look like he's gonna miss wildly and just come straight across April's noggin.
Yeah.
So if you're not looking at these, quick description. Basically, what this is. Oh, this Tony the Tiger one is too funny.
It's amazing.
is basically it's this photographer has these fantastic shots. They're all just action figure shots, but he superimposes the action figures through Photoshop or whatever, but into these great like real life scenarios. So it's not just Turtles. He's got a bunch of different franchises here, but there's one with the Turtles jumping out of the Turtle Blimp over New York City. One of them driving the Turtle van through Times Square, and then there's this one with Donnie about to attack I guess a horde of rats. I mean, it's only 3 of them, so it's not.
I wouldn't call it a horde.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
a trio
of rats. But yeah, they look really big because the action figures are really small. So
yeah. You can also buy prints from his website, and one of the coolest things on here, if you just happen to be lucky enough to still have a Viewmaster, he has a Viewmaster reel that you can buy.
Oh, cool.
Which I think is pretty sweet. I wouldn't spend the money on it, and I don't have a Viewmaster anyway. But if you're nostalgic like that, though, I think it'd be kind of cool to just, I don't know, just have it for nostalgic sake. And then there's, if you're super creepy about dolls, there's a photo in there with a nip slip. So that's your thing. He's got you covered.
Well, speaking of nostalgic,
I thought you were gonna go nip slips. Okay, good.
Oh my gosh, you're too much.
That's not the path I was hoping you would take. Okay, let's go.
Speaking of nostalgic, I have not had a piggy bank in a long time. Mm-hmm. But you recently have had some experience with a piggy bank.
Yeah, so I didn't make it for myself. I made it for my nephew, and it's those little it's like those, they're just little paint shops. You go in, they have like a bunch of ceramics and porcelains and stuff like that. Oh
yeah.
And you get to paint. This is by no means in my design either. I actually, the piggy banks you see at Target and stuff like that, the TMNT ones. I basically just copycatted their design. I just figured I was there. I didn't see anything else I really wanted to do, and I really wanted to make something Turtles related for him. He's not even 6. He's about to be 6 months old. So he didn't have a piggy bank, so I thought it'd be a great idea. And I just recently found out that I have some bit of artistic talent. I didn't know. Honestly, I didn't even have any idea. I recently drew. I don't know if you got to see the recent drawing of the new Nickelodeon Nick Turtles Leo that I made.
No.
Yeah. So I drew that recently. But anyway, back to the piggy bank. I made him a Leo piggy bank because every kid needs a TMNT piggy bank or something TMNT related.
Sure.
I turned one of my buddies, John Counts. You know him.
Oh yeah.
He will not go to bed without his Donnie doll that I got him for his 1 year birthday.
Oh, cool.
Will not go to sleep without it. So anyway, I decided to draw Leo on this piggy bank, and that's that, man. Like I said, I can't take credit for anything other than just actually doing it and it not looking like crap. And that's the pre-bake design. The post-bake is actually a lot shinier and stuff, so it looks better. But yeah, it was fun.
Cool. Good. Yeah, it does look good. We'll have a picture of it there in our show notes, so y'all can check out Alex's sweet artistic skills. You'll have to send a link to me for your Nick Turtles photo as well. We'll throw that up there as well. Yeah. Update on our giveaway that we had at Greg Gosline. He sent us a photo. He says a big thank you to the awesome dudes at TMNT Podcast for the rad prize. That's right. Greg won himself a Fugitoid, Nick Turtles Fugitoid action figure.
Woo!
So for his participation in the giveaway. So thanks for listening, Greg, and we'll probably have another giveaway here sometime soon in the future. We'll have to think of something, another promotion.
Yeah, they're always fun.
This is proof that if you participate, you can win. This is true.
We actually give you stuff for free. You don't even have to pay for shipping.
No, that's true.
Thank you, Bernie Sanders. Wait.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Well, see. Oh man, bring him.
I'm sorry. sorry. All right, let's move on.
I'm trying to see how I can spin this in with taxes and money, but
No,
boy, I wish
this is not the show for that.
I wish I had a lot of extra money though, because there's this auction going on over at Auctionata.
Oh, yeah, I heard of that. Yeah.
Auctionata.com. And we have a link to the specific auction in the show notes. Mm-hmm. And I actually reached out to Kevin and Tom and Bobby, the trio over there.
By the way, we're on
IDW.
a first name basis with all these people. So.
Yes. I mean, I am.
Well, I haven't personally spoken to Tom, but we have spoken to Bobby and Kevin.
Yes.
So
yes.
But I mean, because of that, I assume Tom.
He gets thrown in there. Yeah.
Yeah. Or T. I mean, I like T.
T Dubs. T Dubs.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Kevin, Bobby, T Dubs, what's up? All right. So this is the teenage. This is freaking awesome. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles archive from 1986 to 1993. Basically, what this is the personal collection of Stanley Whiter, Wiater, who is the author of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Treasury and the Turtles Daily newspaper series from back in the day. And this guy has quite an impressive collection from the early days of the Turtles.
Yep.
And right now it is going for $5,630, and there's a hotline you can do. This is a legit auction. This isn't there's no eBay. There's gosh,
that's by the way, that's not even close to what the actual total is going to be. And
no doubt.
I just like everybody
That's the current
to know.
bid.
I mean, if you just happen to have exactly $5,630 right now, or $5,631, I should say, you're going to need a little bit more than that as well, because there's a little bit more you have to pay, especially if you don't live specifically in the New York tri-state area. So
that's right.
Anywhere in North America, you have the object price, which is $5,630. Shipping charges is $695 because that's how massive this collection is. And then there's loss and damage protection, which you'd be an idiot to not even want anyway. So you'd be looking right now is really realistically around $6,465 with 75 cents.
75 cents.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
Hey, every little bit counts.
Yeah, and if you live in any other country or in Hawaii or Alaska, Puerto Rico, don't forget about it.
I mean, there are production notes from the movies. There's production photos and artwork for the action figures.
Yeah.
There's TMNT Adventures scripts. Oh my gosh, there's just such a treasure trove here. So all I'm hoping for is that whoever does get their hands on this, that they somehow catalog it all and make it at least somewhat available to the public, because
I feel with a collection this massive, I mean, this is got to be one of the most significant auction collections to go into auction, turtle related, of all time, like ever.
Yeah, big time.
Considering all the man, I'm scrolling through every single picture and I'm just like shaking my head and just wishing I had and just random $5,700 to, I'm sorry, no, 60 whatever, $7,000.
Too much. I think it's too much is what it is.
It's a lot of money. I mean, but if you're a hardcore collector and you have the pockets to do it, do it.
Good on you. Yeah, totally. What were you doing on March 19th, 1993?
March 19th, 1993. What was I? I was 9 years old. I was probably whacking off.
At 9?
Dude, you can never start too early. I mean, you find things, and I mean, you'd play with random things anyway. I mean, why not? Anyway.
Anyway, well,
no, I don't. I mean, I probably watching Turtles.
probably. Well, if you were in Los Angeles, you can thank the mayor of Los Angeles, because on that day it was declared in the city of Los Angeles, in the state of California, that day, March 19th, 1993, is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Day. And it's interesting. I bring this up because all of a sudden, on March 19th this year, it was TMNT Day. Hashtag TMNT Day.
Yeah.
And I don't think a lot of people realize why it was all of a sudden TMNT Day. Because I don't recall this ever being a thing in the past. I thought that like Ninja Turtles Day was based on the day that the original Mirage comic was released. Which I can't remember off the top of my head what day that is, but I feel like we've celebrated Turtles Day before, or TMNT Day before, and that was the reason why. But so I don't know. I just thought it was pretty interesting. We had a link to the the proclamation.
It's really, really neat too. I mean, it just kind of makes you really think about how massive this I mean, the Turtles really are. They have an entire day dedicated to them. I mean, how many people can say that? I mean, not even every president has that. They just group it all into one day. They're like, well, screw these guys. You know, like you might get Lincoln, you know, yeah, Washington, sure, you know, but that's about. I mean, you'll have Trump, hopefully not. So I mean, like, who knows? But it's pretty impressive. I mean. It's really, I don't know. It's phenomenal. I would never ever even consider moving to Los Angeles, but I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and this specifically, if you're wondering why 93, that was actually due to the release of TMNT 3, which interesting one to to pick, but hey, you know, I'll take it. Let's see. Okay. See now. I wish Darby was on here for this. Oh my goodness. Oh,
shut your damn mouth.
Oh, that is too perfect. Look at this. Do we have him on the line here?
This is really
that's old news. That's so old news. But what's up?
This is a really dumb conversation.
This was 2 days ago. Old news. What are you talking
Well,
about?
no, it's not that it's 2 days ago. This is a contest that IGN's been doing for like a while, like a few days.
And we're in round 3. Round 3.
No, we're in round 4. Round 3's done.
All right. So round 3 was Justice League versus the TMNT. So now here.
Oh, gee. Yeah,
okay, hold on.
I wonder who won that one.
All right, so hold on. So let's listen to IGN's take on it.
Cowabunga! Ninja Turtles are better than Justice League because they don't need fancy mansions. They don't need huge towers or tech all over the place. They live in the sewer. They hang out with a rat. They have cool equipment, and they have big hearts.
Okay, every single member of the Justice League could beat up the Turtles one-on-one.
No way.
Yep.
Not even close.
Yep, even Aquaman, because Turtles basically are fish.
Casey Jones would
live
kill
in the ocean.
Aquaman.
No, he wouldn't.
Yes, he would. He's got sporting goods and equipment. All you have to do is cut Aquaman, and what's he going to do, cry and go bleed in the sea?
He has a trident, and he can make the fish come out of the ocean
Casey
and
Jones
bite
has
him.
a hockey stick and ice skates. That's like having
Aquaman
tridents
could
on your feet.
make the killer whales come out of the ice and bite him.
Aquaman, that's the best you got?
Casey Jones isn't even in the Ninja Turtles. That doesn't count.
Ninja Turtles have access to a local news station that can get
Superman,
their story out.
if he could commit murder, would kill the Ninja Turtles.
April's a better journalist than Superman.
All right. So now I know this is Darby. This is your hill to die on. Who you got? Justice League.
What do you want from me?
Justice League or Turtles?
Dude, when they announced this tournament, like a few rounds ago, when there were actually 64 of them in the beginning, I was like, if Justice League doesn't win this, then this whole argument is invalid, because the Justice League deserves to win the entire tournament.
Yeah.
So, in fact, here's the problem. So, Justice League obviously won in a landslide, as they should. I'm sorry, as they should. But I have actually been voting in separate rounds for the Straw Hat Pirates. I have been pushing those guys like crazy to go as far as they have. And I was like, oh, the winner of the Ninja Turtles Justice League is going to go up against the Straw Hat Pirates in the next round. Man, Turtles had a great run, but that's just not going to happen.
Well, as of today, Justice League is currently beating Straw Hat Pirates 78% to 22%.
Oh, as they should. I mean, the Justice League should win the whole thing, really. What bothers me is how much backing the Z Fighters are getting in this tournament. But I mean, with the Justice League should just win. I'm sorry. There's no arguing this. If you have Superman on your team, you win. That's a fact of life.
That's a fact of life. Z Fighters are beating the Avengers,
which I kind of expected, but I mean, here's the thing: you got how many Planet Busters do the Z Fighters have?
You are asking me like I know this. Seriously,
I figured Alex might know.
This is by far the dumbest conversation that has ever been held on this podcast.
I'm just letting you know. Okay.
That's saying a lot. No, I mean,
here's the thing. The Turtles got as far as they did, and I gave them props for it. But when you go down to the Justice League, there's no shame in that. There's no shame in losing to the Justice League.
So you're saying Justice League is going to win this thing?
I said they should win this whole thing. Whether or not they will are two completely different things.
X-Men are beating...
All I take away from that conversation is the fact that Aquaman literally gets no love.
That's right.
Whatsoever. Even still.
Wait for Jason Momoa to play him in a movie, and he'll get plenty of love. So.
Yeah, but he was even badass in the New 52.
Oh, yeah, he's amazing in the New 52.
Just to update everybody on the other ones, X-Men are beating the Sith Lords, and
you know who the X-Men chest got done beating?
Yeah, who was that? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't believe that. That's bullshit.
I'm hashtag Team Jar Jar. So.
And the Green Lantern Corps are beating Team Avatar,
which they should.
Avatar, as in Aang, or Avatar
as in the Last Airbender,
and as in blue braided
blue cat people.
Oh, yeah. Okay, all right. So Aang and wait, which Avatar?
Aang.
I already told you.
Yeah, Aang.
Aang, the Last Airbender.
The original.
Okay. Oh, you said the Last Airbender. Duh. Never mind.
Yeah.
It's been a long fucking
It's not
day.
Korra.
You know, you've all had long days. So shut up.
What do you want from me, man?
Fair enough. You know what though? No, that's not like as they should, because Avatar in full Avatar form, dude, fuck that shit, man. You fucking with that, Nick.
Are you really coming at me with that? Because the Green Lantern, one Green Lantern can easily blow up a planet.
Jeez, so can freaking Aang if he really wanted to.
No, he can't. Aang is not that powerful.
So you know what he'll do? He'll freaking stop.
It doesn't matter what he'll do.
Whatever green gay flow is flowing through their bodies. That's what he'll do.
Alex, I just can't have this conversation with you, man. You're making no sense, and you just can't. You just can't have conversations with people when they're not making sense. They try to bring you down to their level. It's just you're just not going to do that.
I'm so sorry, man. I've been watching so many Trump, GOP crap. This is where I'm at. This is where I'm at right now. This is me. This is me.
It's fine. But anyway, Justice League against the Ninja Turtles. That's one of the dumbest questions ever. Of course, the Justice League won that. And like I said, if you go down to the Justice League, there's nothing wrong with that at all.
Here's
that's why I'm completely fine. I've been voting for the Straw Hat Pirates. And I'm not upset at all that they're going to go down to the Justice League because they should.
Here's what would have been a much better matchup: TMNT versus Teen Titans. That would have been a much better matchup, I think.
Teen Titans were lost in the third round also to somebody else. Who was that? I forget.
Probably the Justice League or the Avengers. Somebody that deserved to beat them.
Yeah, well, it wasn't Justice League. Justice League was against Turtles.
I'm not talking about the contest. I'm just saying for as far as that universe goes, Teen Titans.
Here's what I'll leave it at.
Because they're teenagers.
Here's what I'll leave it
right,
at.
that does make sense.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, but one of them's an Avenger now. But Avenger. One of them's a member of the Justice League now. But here's where I'll leave it at.
You don't know anything. God.
When we interviewed Kevin Eastman,
yes,
I asked him if the 4 Turtles could take the 4 Robins for a reason. And that's even a tough match to call. So if the 4 Turtles are going to have trouble against the 4 Robins, the Justice League, okay.
I love how you're so matter of fact about this. I'm
just saying that the 4 Robins could potentially take out the Justice League. Just saying that could happen, and Green Lantern sucks dick.
Alex, the fact that you just said both those statements means you have nothing to say on this
Honestly,
in this fight.
I
so.
am doing nothing but just trying to poke you. Just poking a
It's
bear.
fine.
Just
It's
poking a
fine.
bear.
Ryan Reynolds did a pretty good job of making fun of Green Lantern and
Oh yeah, he did.
Deadpool.
That movie was just so good.
Yeah.
Just so
Anyway, so yeah, that's my take. Turtles, yes, Super Team 2016. Turtles went down to the Justice League as they should. There's no arguing this. They're really when one member
conversation of spinning tires. That's all this been.
Exactly. When the weakest here's the thing, when the weakest member of the Justice League can take out all four of the Turtles like he's done in the crossover already, when that's the weakest member of the Justice League.
Whoa, Batman's the weakest? Are you serious?
Oh, of course he is. Did you see Batman versus Superman?
No. Do you want to give us
Okay,
a 60-second spoiler-free review?
I mean, I'll leave it at the fact that it's Batman. I mean, it's Superman and Wonder Woman fighting Doomsday. Batman couldn't nope out of that fight fast enough.
Yeah, it's Batfleck. That's why. Okay, let's
Oh, whatever. He was awesome. Don't even come at me with that. He was awesome.
Look,
Have you seen it, Alex? Have you seen it?
I don't. Of course I'm.
Well, then shut up. Well, then just shut up.
No,
You got
absolutely
nothing.
not. How are you saying
got
that
nothing.
Batman is the weakest link out of the Justice League? That is the biggest crock of shit. How do you even wake up in the morning?
There's nobody that Batman can fight in the Justice League one-on-one. There just isn't.
The question. How about that? Oh! Be still, my heart.
What?
The question.
What question?
He could fight Arrow. He could fight Black Canary. I'm just saying.
Just the fact that you threw those two names up.
Uh,
Oh my god.
Hey, you made a exact question, and I'm giving you an answer.
I mean the real. I'm talking the founding 7 Justice League. Okay.
He could take on Aquaman on dry land.
Doubt it.
Sure.
No.
Absolutely.
Nope. But anyway, I'm glad we're talking about this on the Ninja Turtle podcast. Anyway,
They could totally take on Hawkeye.
Ryan's
definitely
gonna
take on
edit all this
right?
out anyway.
Right? Hawkeye?
God, I hope he does.
He's one of those guys, right?
Yeah, he's up there somewhere.
Yep.
I'm not even going to justify that with a response, Ryan. I'm just not.
All right, so let's bring it on down. We got a couple of stories, not so exciting to discuss, but we should discuss them. The first one is actually a GoFundMe for noted Turtles fan and supporter of the Turtles franchise for many, many, many years. It's for Michelle Ivy. She has got some health problems. Alex, you know a little bit about this? What she's dealing with here?
Oh, jeez. Really gonna throw me under the bus like this?
Yeah, RSD and CRPS.
I didn't know. Well, I know about the RSD, which is, I mean, it's basically just chronic pain that just randomly strikes. From what I understand, this is like just Cliff Notes version of what I understand it to be. I really haven't done any research. Like I said, I was telling Ryan earlier, I just read it randomly like a while ago, and that's it. So I haven't even read the article. So or the GoFundMe, to be perfectly honest. I've been awful. But yeah, RSD, it's regional pain syndrome, something like that. So or something along those lines. It's just really painful. It basically debilitates the person. It's like just imagine muscle spasms all around your entire body, and it's relentless for, I don't know, minutes or seconds or however long it lasts for that particular person.
Yeah.
So it's not a fun condition from what I understand.
So she's got a GoFundMe out there to help pay for some medical bills and some legal costs and stuff like that. There's a whole, it goes into all of it on the website. So we've got a link to that in the show notes.
Let me just say this in reference to this, because she doesn't have a ton. It's a lot. It's 30K that she's trying to put together. That's pretty hefty. But one of the wonderful things about the Turtleverse and just the fandom and all that is that we tend to kind of unite and kind of stick together. When Ernie Reyes was going through all his stuff, everybody kind of did what they could, if anything. At the very least, words of support and encouragement. So, if you can't donate, at least do that and let her know that you're thinking about her. I honestly, for someone who's, I've never dealt with that, but I've dealt with other stuff, and any words of encouragement always go a long way. So, send her a tweet, shoot her a Facebook message or something like that. Let her know you're thinking about her, or if you can donate. We'll have the links for the GoFundMe in the show notes. So,
yep. And lastly, this is another little. I guess this is a sad story, but Sean Astin, of course, our Raphael in the Nick Turtle series. I don't know if anybody knew this, or I'm sure several of our listeners out there knew this, but just because of his experiences as an actor and everything. But his mom is actually a famous actress as well, Patty Duke. And she just passed away, actually. So, it's never an easy time when a loved one passes away, especially if it's your mom. So, our thoughts and prayers from the Turtle Power Podcast go out to Sean Astin and his family.
Yeah, and he's been working on the Patty Duke Mental Health Project. That's something that he's organized. I can send you. I don't know if the links are in the show notes for that, but I can send you the link for it. Ryan, they have a crowd rise going on, which is basically very similar to like a GoFundMe. But they're trying to get a fundraiser going to help promote the Patty Duke Mental Health Project, which is to help people up about certain levels of depression. I'm not sure if she had issues with that, but it's going to help development with blind and deaf children, brought attention to people with plight living with those challenges and things like that. It's a pretty cool thing. I was reading up on it very briefly, kind of just skimmed through it for the most part. But he tweeted about it recently, so it kind of drew a little bit of attention. So we can go ahead and add that link to that crowd rise for the Patty Duke Mental Health Project in the show notes, so that way people can donate if they want.
Sounds good. All right, so let's leave these I don't know, what are we gonna call these, the pre-news
pre-news
is the news of the pre-news, and let's get into video game news. All right, man. Are you guys pumped for this video game?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I was just thinking about it earlier because, for years we had these rumors of this potential, Rocksteady developed Turtles game, right? Where really what people were referring to was an open world, Arkham Asylum style Turtles game, and that's basically what we're getting. Now, granted, it's not from Rocksteady, but that's fine. But this is the, gosh, I don't want to say this is the Turtle game we've always been waiting for. I'm not going to go as far as to say that, but this game's going to be freaking awesome. I have that feeling. This is the one we've all been waiting for. It's with a developer that knows what they're doing. And now, granted, they've had some couple of hiccups along the way, but I think this is going to be great. We've got a lot of videos here. First of all, let's get into the release date, May 24th. We are definitely going to be doing some streaming, some because it's online co-op. So I will be Raphael. I guess Darby, you're going to be Donatello, and Alex, you'll be Leo, I guess, and maybe we can have one of our or multiple listeners jump in as Mikey, and play some.
I might have somebody that could play Mikey if we're gonna do this.
Oh, we're not gonna do it just once. We're gonna.
Well, obviously, I mean, if we're gonna make this a thing, I might have a Mikey on standby, like ready to go right now.
All right, sounds good.
So I mean, it's up to you. I mean, you tell me if you want a Mikey on standby, or if you think you know somebody, or if you want to get a fan in on it. I don't care. It's up to you, man. Whoever's down to play Mikey. I'm sure there's lots of people out there.
Oh yeah. So we've got just a series of links over here in the show notes. Most of these videos kind of focus on the first level of the game. We've got one that's got Super Shredder and Boss's official gameplay trailer. We've got the gameplay walkthrough with Robert Conkey, a producer from Activision. There's the Bebop boss battle gameplay, the Leonardo gameplay trailer, which looks awesome. Alex, I'm a little jealous. Jeff Fawyer at JT Favre. Yeah, Favre. Jeff Favre. He says nice. So Rigby, so fantastic on Twitter says this game is going to be legit. Man, it's just I cannot wait to play this. I cannot wait. It's going to be so good.
Have you seen the IGN playthroughs of them doing it?
Yes. Those are some of them that are included in here. I think it's the one that with Robert Conkey. I think that's the one that's him playing through with IGN. So yeah. It's.
Can we talk about how upset I am about that?
What's that?
Robert Conkey explaining the lack of local co-op in TMNT.
Ah, okay, all right, yeah. So that's the last link we have in the show notes. Is this producer over there at Activision? He did go into some explanation as to why they don't have the local co-op, because that was one of the things that we said right away.
And it's bullcrap.
Why?
Well, explain the reason. I'll explain why it's bullcrap.
The reason why is because there's a technical limitation as to the frame rate dropping low.
Oh, is there really?
Yes.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Is that a problem? Is that a problem for today's technology that they can't do split screen? Is that an issue? Is that an issue, Ryan, when we were 10 years old with a Nintendo 64 playing 4-screen, split-screen GoldenEye? Was that an issue then?
That frame rate got terrible. You start shooting.
Doesn't matter. Was it an issue then?
Especially if you hit like 50, if you had like 50 remote mines.
Remote mines. Everybody starts shooting the rocket launchers. Forget it. Those things be slow motion.
I have no problem with this argument. I have no problem with it.
I do. We had four screen split screen back on N64. Yeah. Why can't we had split screen on Super Nintendo? And you're telling me that the PlayStation 4 can't handle a split screen? Bull freaking crap, man. I don't believe it. I don't buy it.
I do buy it.
You know what it is? No, it's what. Hey, you know what? I have a roommate. If it had local co-op, guess what? We could buy one copy of the game and frickin' play it. But no, because there's a lack of local co-op, we both would have to buy the game. That's why they don't do a local co-op.
Why? Because then you'd have to only buy one. Yeah,
because then people have to buy games instead of just having one per household. No, you have to buy games. No, I don't buy that argument. When I could play a 4-screen split screen on an N64, I don't buy that argument that a PlayStation 4 cannot handle a split screen.
I'm with you in the fact that theoretically they should be able to get it done. I'm with you there. What I think what he's really trying to say is we tried it out. We were getting some really bad frame rates. Instead of trying to spend the time and money to try to fix it, we decided to just scrap it and just do online only.
I think you know what? I would have waited a few more months if it meant on co-op, couch co-op.
Well, yeah.
It's a Ninja Turtle game, dude. That's what we grew up playing these games as couch co-ops. When you could.
Sure. I mean that's Totally true.
Do you think we played?
If
You think we
I
played
was
the
10
Ninja
years
Turtles
old-
because of their gripping
If I, was,
storyline?
if I was 10 years old, I'd probably agree with you, but I'm not. So, yeah, no, I'm perfectly fine with this. This is fantastic to me. I'm so glad that they didn't just go ahead and launch it split screen.
Well, you know, Alex, when you're married and you don't have any friends because you're married, maybe that doesn't bother you. But
That's
when you're
fantastic.
single,
The funny thing is,
you
I have
and you're
plenty
very
of that.
popular.
When I had, if I had no life and I
you
just lived
can't.
with a roommate, then absolutely that would probably. Make
I'm
more
just
sense.
saying
The
it.
fact
I'm
that
just
I
saying
have-
when you
and
just
actually
have the
get married,
full
the fact
going
is,
in
it's
and out of the
a
apartment
fun
like
bit,
I
and I'm
do.
a grown ass man, so guess what? I can go ahead and buy my own.
I'm a
couch.
grown
My
ass
friends
man who
buy
wants to
their
play
own
couch
couch.
co-op.
And guess
I'm a
what?
grown ass man who
I
wants to
get
play couch co-op.
online with them.
I play couch
I
co-op.
play online with them because they're grown ass.
I drive the Dodge Stratus.
Very much. So not my fault.
You do not talk to me like that, Alex. You do not talk to me. I drive a Dodge Stratus. I want couch co-op, damn it. And I don't buy that excuse. You know what? If you would have given me a better excuse, I could have bought it. I could have. But when you give me an excuse that didn't work for the N64, I don't buy it. I just don't.
We didn't care about quality back then, though. Not nearly as much as we do now.
Oh my God! You know
Because guess what?
You know,
No. Guess what? If you would have launched it with the co-op as it was, you would have complained about the frame rate.
You know what?
Yeah.
The Ninja Turtles are not something to me that needs state-of-the-art graphics. It just doesn't. It's never been a factor for me. So, you know what? Give me couch co-op. Make the resolution a little lower. Give me couch co-op.
So you're saying
Give me 8-bit. Give me 8-bit.
game,
But give me couch co-op.
give you a crappy looking game with today's technology, as you put earlier, but give
No,
you.
that's the thing.
Why don't you just go?
You can have great looking games that aren't state of the art graphics. You can have great
Sure.
fun games to play that aren't state of the art graphics. You know, Steam is full of them. And I'm just saying it would have been immensely more fun to do a couch co-op because that's the game I grew up playing. I grew up playing couch co-op Ninja Turtle games.
Then
Not
go back to playing fucking couch co-op with the old
and
game.
you know what? I probably will. I probably will go back to playing Turtles in time because it's amazing.
It is amazing. Have either of you guys played Infamous at all?
Played what?
What?
Infamous? The Infamous games on
Oh, of course.
PlayStation?
I played all three of them. What do you want?
Yeah.
What do you want to know?
That's the feeling I'm getting out of this game. Is
That looks like that.
you know, with the running around, you know, jumping on the rooftops, climbing up the buildings, the sides of the buildings, the sliding across the.
Yeah, it's open world sandbox.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But even just like the grinding, like you know, you do on Infamous a lot. You can do that in this game. So it gave me that feeling. So and I love those games. So it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great even without.
Did you ever play the third one, Ryan?
The one that came out on PS4?
Yes.
No, I actually did not.
Do it. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
Anyway.
a launch title, I think, on PS4.
Maybe. I don't know. Nothing to do with the Turtles. Sorry.
Nothing to
just thought
do
I'd
with
bring that
Turtles.
up.
All right,
You can edit that
let's get into TV news. All right, so like we mentioned, the last episode, not the one that just happened, the one before that. That 2 minute and 20-second reference, fantastic. Oh yeah, Alex, there was also a Ray Fillet cameo in that one as well. So yeah, Nick Turtles has just totally been destroying it lately. So good, and unsurprisingly, they won a Golden Reel Award. This year, the Golden Reel Award for Best Sound Editing and Music for TV animation was awarded to Nickelodeon's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Annihilation Earth. Receiving the award were supervising sound editor Jeff Schiffman, supervising dialogue editor Elliot Herman, supervising Foley editor Roger Palin, Foley artist Alex Ulrich, sound effects editors Jeff Schiffman and Jesse Drake, and dialogue ADR editor Anna Adams. So congratulations to the fine folks over there at the Nick Turtles, because you guys are absolutely just doing such a great job right now. So
So hot right now.
Is Schiffman really that difficult to pronounce?
I know, seriously, Ryan, just Schiffman, the hardest name to pronounce.
Schiff.
Well, at first I thought they were
Sound it out.
T's. At first I thought they were T's.
To be fair, Alex, it is spelled Schiffman. So I mean, there's lots of ways you can pronounce that. Clearly,
I hate you guys. No, I thought they were T's at first. So
I thought you were T's too, Ryan, but we all know. Anyway,
let's talk about this episode. Transdimensional Turtles. If you haven't seen it yet, why haven't you? It's out there. It's for free. You don't have to have Nickelodeon. You don't have to have cable. You don't even have to have a TV. Just go to nick.com. Go to the Turtles section. It's right there.
Okay, and the wonderful thing about this episode too, because I'm not caught up because they stopped uploading Nick Turtles on Hulu. But the fun part about this is you don't have to be caught up at all for this to really even be significant. I don't think.
Well, they do reference like one big thing in the middle of it. So.
All right, but I mean, you should probably already know some of it. But you don't have to be caught up technically to really watch it.
Not 100%. Maybe like 80% of the entire series.
How about
like half of last season?
So here, I can clarify it. So basically, all you need to know is the fact that at the end of the last season, Shredder killed Splinter. Whoa, hold on. But then the entire Earth blew up. Okay, so everyone died. Except for the Turtles.
They went
Casey and April
died on us.
Yeah, everybody died. The entire Earth got destroyed, okay? Because there was a black hole that was generated in New York City. The entire Earth got destroyed. Everybody. Except for the four
April
Turtles.
O'Neil's like Professor X level telekinesis now.
Yep. So the four Turtles, Casey and April, got saved by the Fugitoid. They've gone back in time. All right. And this is at some point in that timeline, basically. So this is like 6 months prior to the events. That's all you need to know. And so they're trying to prevent that black hole generator from getting assembled. But this storyline has really nothing to do with that. This is basically kind of like a spin-off, one-off storyline.
But I mean, if you're not caught up that far, spoiler, that does happen. Okay, so if you found yourself too busy to be caught up, or you were relying on Hulu, then those things happen, and you can thank Ryan for ruining your life.
No, see, it doesn't matter because everybody died. That's the funny part about it, right?
But it does because you just told them everything that just happened.
Yeah, that's fine.
They have if they haven't reached that point,
all you need to know is the Earth blew up. Everybody on Earth died. That's all you need to know. They're trying to make a big deal out of the fact that Shredder killed Splinter.
What I'm telling you from a perspective of someone who isn't technically caught up yet is that I would hate you so much right now for at least giving me all that information.
That was last year.
That does happen.
I'm just sitting here with my popcorn, just like, yep.
That happened last year. You're absolutely right. But unlike us, okay, not everybody lives and breathes turtles.
This is the Turtle Power Podcast, though.
Yeah, Alex, anyone that listens to this show has known full well what has happened in the past events. That's why we're here. We're here to tell them that.
Right. Well, that's what Ryan's here to tell them. Hey, you're like that asshole that posts on Walking Dead forums.
I do not do that. I do not do that.
The Walking Dead
no way. I do not do that. I wouldn't dare.
Oh, dude, you want to know what's going to happen on Walking Dead? Because I can tell you all about it. Game of Thrones too. You want those?
Finger crossed. Everybody dies. That's all I care about.
Well,
yeah, whatever.
Vinny Panuccio on Facebook. He could not wait for this episode. Rochelle Norland on Twitter, she says, the crossover of the Ninja Turtles is amazing. The 1987 Turtles bring a lot of good memories from her childhood. Theme song in the 87, Raphael saying, "Give me a break." That never gets old. Hashtag TMNT forever. Our review of the episode, I'll start off by saying, did you guys notice the cell shading that they did for when they went back to 87? You could they added in this extra like shading on the left side to basically recreate the look of cell shading, like as if they were actually painted on cells like they used to be. I don't know if it's a little detail, but very, very cool little detail that they added in. I thought the line, Raph calling Donnie Gappy. Of course, with Rob Paulsen talking to himself in that scene.
Well, that's always good.
Yes, never gets old. One of the aspects that really got my wife Jessica to she one of the parts that she really thought was cool was that the 3D version of the 87 TMNT, and we've never seen anything like that really before. I mean, maybe aside from maybe video games a little bit, not really though, not like this. Whereas it really is a 3D version of the 87 TMNT.
But speaking of video games, how about that callback to the selection screen with their poses?
Yes, very cool, very cool. Leo's line, "I'm the order guy." That was fantastic. Mike, so I tweeted. I was live tweeting during the episode for on the East Coast. But Mikey going, "Cranks of Prime," and then Gilbert Gottfried voices Cranks of Prime. Go, "No, Megan Fox." Oh, so fantastic. And this show is so like it knows what it is. And I mean, the folks over there, Ciro and Brandon Allman, all those guys, they and gals, gosh, they know this property, they know this franchise, and they're just killing it right now. Oh, so good. Prime Turtles, that's basically the term they use for the Mirage Turtles in here. So now, Alex, you were saying you were actually a little disappointed with this scene.
No, look, stop taking what I'm saying out of context.
Okay, all right.
I loved it. Okay, I thought it was great. I thought it was really well done. I was just hoping for more.
Gotcha.
I was hoping for more out of Turtles Prime. And I was wanting some sort of dialogue. I don't know. I was just wanting more. But I mean, Turtles Forever.
Alex.
Turtles Forever.
Whatever. It's
What?
cool.
Whatever.
No,
Turtles-
I think
Turtles
it's a
Forever
good point because it was. I was a little surprised by it too because it is strikingly different from the Turtles Forever. Because in Turtles Forever, when they went back to the Mirage Turtles, we got to see them walk around and talk and interact with them and everything in here. Whereas this version of it was really late. I mean, the Donnies, the 87 Donnie and the
so you
Nick
already know
Turtles
my
Donnie,
favorite part of the episode.
they jumped into a comic strip, basically. They jumped into the black and white Mirage
The sequential
comic.
art of it was what made that great. The fact that they were in different panels is why I loved that scene as much as I did. I loved it. You had 2 minutes left in the episode. You weren't going to have great, outstanding dialogue with Turtle Prime. And you know what, Turtle Prime? You don't need it. Sorry. You didn't need it for that episode. You needed it for Turtles Forever. You didn't need them to talk in this episode. You just needed sequential art that they ran through, which they did, and it was great.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Did I ever say they needed it? No, I didn't. I said I would have wanted it.
Right. Well,
and that's ultimately what I would have wanted. I would have loved to see it. A little bit more or any dialogue and just more time spent in Turtle Prime.
Well, and that is...
You know what I thought was interesting, though?
What's
so
that?
when the 2003 Turtles, when the 4Kids Turtles went back, met the 87 Turtles, the 87 Turtles came up to, like, their waists. But the 87 Turtles were actually taller than the Nick Turtles in this episode. So that should leave a scale for you on just how big the 4Kids Turtles are, I guess.
That's a good point.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
It is.
The there was where the heck is it? I'm looking at our Twitter feed here from when the show was going on. There was I said the only I sent this to TMNT Master and they actually retweeted it out. But so the only thing wrong with that episode was that it wasn't long enough.
Oh wait, sorry. We have to bring this up before one of our biggest fans gets mad at us for not mentioning it. But how about that Tiger Claw shot at the end?
Oh yes, of course. Yeah.
87 Tiger Claw.
Yep.
Got to mention that, otherwise somebody's going to be very upset with us for not doing so.
Well, yeah, he was very pumped about that. Yeah, we were trading some tweets during the show as well. So yeah, no, that was a nice little surprise there. I also said to TMNT Master, now we need crossovers with the 2K3, the movie, and the Next Mutation Turtles. All in there too. But the main reason I brought that up was really because it wasn't long enough. I mean, that was
Ryan. If you're gonna throw the Next Mutation in there, I'll be really upset if the Power Rangers don't show up.
Hey, that's fine. That's or aren't the Power Rangers on Nickelodeon now? I think they are. Yeah,
I don't know.
I think they are.
Yeah, who cares?
That was really the thing that hampered this episode the most, was just the time. I mean, they fit a lot in those 22 minutes, but man, if they could have spread that out into a multi-episode arc, or like how Turtles Forever did it, is just one big movie.
Mm-hmm.
We're only saying that because we really enjoyed it and we want more. So
right,
it's really my only criticism for it. And I will mention this too. This is actually from Tiger Claw. He sent this to us. This is not going to be the last time we're going to see the 80s TMNT and Nick Turtles. Rob Paulson actually tweeted this out a few days ago from a recording session, and then was promptly told to take it down. But basically on Monday, March 21st, recording at NAS Studio A, says Rob Paulson as Donatello and 87 Raphael, Greg Sipes as Michelangelo, Kevin Michael Richardson as 87 Shredder, so he's going to be playing both Shredders. Pat Fraley back as 87 Krang. Pat Fraley had a huge amount of dialogue in this episode.
Mm-hmm.
He was good.
87 Krang was heavily featured in this episode.
He was apparently the retarded cousin as well.
Yeah, he was.
Which is, I thought that was great.
What did Mikey call him? Like the man baby? Oh, man. Cam Clark as 87 Leonardo and 87 Rocksteady. So we're going to have 87 Rocksteady and 87 Bebop coming back as Barry Gordon's going to be doing 87 Donatello and 87 Bebop. Townsend Coleman as 87 Michelangelo and Random Clerk. All right. And then here's an interesting one. Brian Bloom as Captain Ryan and Evil Captain Ryan. Now, do you guys remember who Captain Ryan is?
He was from the for Space Heroes.
That's right.
So, what does that mean?
I don't know. That's a good question.
What does that mean? I mean, does that mean?
I guess there's just an evil Captain Ryan that's going to show up for 2 seconds of the 15 seconds that Leo watches the cartoon show for.
Well, but the thing is that they haven't been watching that show anymore. The show's...
Maybe they'll just watch it again.
Well, I mean,
you cycle through shows. Why is it so unheard of for have them to?
Well, every season they've come up with a new TV show that they're watching.
With all the interdimensional travel, it's not. I mean, it's possible that they go back to a time where that was happening and that was the show. So I mean, that's not impossible. Or I don't know. Maybe Captain Ryan. I don't know, man. I don't know. Whatever, they can spin whatever they want at this point. So
yeah. And the interesting thing with Kevin Michael Richardson playing the 87 Shredder, it's actually not that far-fetched, because if you go back to that 87 series, while Uncle Phil, as I lovingly call him, while he was the primary voice of Shredder, he was not the only voice of Shredder. They actually had several different actors come in and play Shredder in that series. Fill-in roles, various episodes. I think maybe even Cam Clark maybe did the voice of Shredder at one point as well. So I have to go back and look at that. But Yeah. So apparently, 87 Shredder's voice is not that difficult to do. So.
Oh no, it is. Like, just because other people did it doesn't mean they did it just as good. Or it was always completely noticeable when somebody else was doing his voice. Nobody did it like James Avery did. So,
well, yes.
I mean, just because other people played him doesn't mean that makes it easy. Like, oh, it's so easy. No, it's hard because only one person ever did it right. 87 Shredder, mind you.
All right, Alex. Any final comments on this fantastic episode?
Nope. I spoke my piece. I'm good.
Darby?
I'm good.
All right, so let's move into the talk that occurred at WonderCon this past weekend. WonderCon convention out in Los Angeles. So Turtles had a big presence there, both the Nick Turtles and the movie. Which there you go. That's a big indication right there as to where the movie's at. I know we'll get to the movies later on in the show, but just the fact that they had a convention panel. They did not have a single convention panel for that 2014 movie. And they would have got torn up. That's why. This one, they had no problem doing it. And that's just where that movie's at. Anyway, I'll digress. Nick Turtle's panel at WonderCon. Not a lot came out of it because the majority of the panel was actually getting a 1 day early screening of Transdimensional Turtles. But the crew there did give a couple of sneak peeks. We got to see a sneak peek of Lord Dreg's lair from the upcoming The Evil of Dreg episode. We get to see a new character reveal. This is going to be Raph's new pet, Chompy.
I'm sure nothing will happen to that turtle.
Yeah, it does kind of look like a
lazy.
I know, right? Let's just give him another pet turtle.
Well, this is like you can tell this is it's almost like a pet Stegosaurus alien
alligator
baby
snapping turtle.
pink
Yeah,
alligator slapping
we're traveling
alien
and
turtle.
We come across this little turtle. Oh,
Yeah.
Look, he's so cute. I'm gonna keep him. Oh, look, he comes into contact with Mutagen. Oh, look who we have.
Oh, why does he want to kill us? I don't understand.
Wait,
Oh my gosh.
so wait, you thinking that's you
I
think?
sense a Toka versus Slash episode coming up?
Nah.
Oh my God.
So are you? Okay, hold on. Okay, that's a big assertion right there because the next character that they revealed is Toka. That Toka is coming. Now, are you saying that Chompy is going to turn into Toka?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. His name's Chompy. He's an alligator snapping turtle and looks exactly like a tiny Toka. What do you want from me?
But he looks nothing like the Toka art that was produced, though.
Yet.
Clearly, that's post-mutation, Ryan. God.
Yeah, I know, but jeez. I mean, that's a good guess. That we, I don't know if we'll get a Slash versus Toka. That'd be something, but I think Toka in this is supposed to be a lot different. I don't know if Toka in this is going to be reptilian. I think it's going to be more like was it kaiju? Is that right?
So are you basically saying that Chompy is not going to be Toka? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know. I'm saying I don't know. I'm saying that Toka in this Nick Turtles is supposed to be more like a Godzilla type character.
Okay, and what do you think this Godzilla looking baby is going to be?
I don't know.
Just curious.
I don't know.
No way that Godzilla-looking baby turns out to be Godzilla, right? Like, at all.
So both you guys are in then. You're both saying Chompy is going to be Toka.
Yeah, because we're not idiots.
Fair enough.
Come on. I mean, why even show Chompy? Why even show Chompy? It's gonna be Toka. It's that simple. There's no. Come on, man. It's already happened once. It's gonna happen again.
Oh, what if Chompy turns out to be female and then gets mutagen spilled on her, and then she becomes like a female Ninja Turtle, because that hasn't happened yet. That could be something that could happen for the first time ever.
Actually, that has happened.
And it's never happened.
Never
happened, ever. No. It's never happened. Never a thing that's happened. I'm just saying, they instead of just rehashing old ideas, they could come up with something new.
Oh, you're too much. All right. So I think it's going to do it for TV news. Really looking forward to the rest of the season and going forward with Nick Turtles. Loving the show right now. But we got a lot to discuss in collecting news.
From Playmates!
Well, Playmates, speaking of Playmates, they sent out a tweet a while back saying, "Thank you everyone for making TMNT the #1 selling action figure toy in the United States. Hashtag
You're welcome.
Booyakabunga."
You're welcome. Now give us better quality toys.
This was for 2015.
Hey, I've already gotten the Karai toy that I've been asking for, so I've got nothing bad to say about anything right now.
You're good.
Darby's good now. All right, so majority of this info is coming out of New York Toy Fair, which we know was a little while ago. It was actually right after our last episode recorded, so unfortunately,
and Ryan originally wanted to record this episode the day before WonderCon, so Ryan just really knows the best times for us to record episodes.
Hashtag all about the timing. Oh yeah, need some more Coca-Cola. Yeah, I had some Domino's for pizza tonight for dinner.
Ryan, don't say name brands unless they're going to give you money for doing so.
No, it's all right.
I feel like this is like a Michael Bay
No, that would be Pizza Hut.
Oh, this is my Coca-Cola, delicious Domino's pizza. Let me have some.
Domino's was in the original movie.
Let me just sit right next to my PlayStation 4 and my Samsung S6.
on my
Samsung
couch
whatever.
made of pizza boxes.
On my Dell laptop computer.
Ew, no. Apple for life.
Dude,
how long have you had your Apple for?
2007.
Yeah, see, I've had the Dell for longer, so don't be crapping on mine when it's lasting longer than yours is.
Your Dell has lasted longer.
That's what she said.
Oh my god. Is it bad to say that it was actually the second time I had pizza today? Oh,
sounds about right.
Naughty boy. Okay. I'm getting in shape, guys. I really am. Been running a lot.
Yeah, your head's roundness has shown that like perfectly. Seriously, how do you make your head a perfect circle?
I've had two people in the last 3 days, two different people in the last 3 days say that I look just like Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh God.
It's true.
Ugh.
It's very true. Darby, you remember when I was little, everybody used to say I look
it may have actually happened. That doesn't mean it's actually true.
Ryan, when were you ever little?
Hey, in kindergarten, I was normal size. It's true.
Yeah, for like a 9th grader.
No, for a kindergartner. In kindergarten, I was normal
more
size.
as like a really tall Ellen DeGeneres.
Shut up. Finding Dory's going to be fantastic. Shut your mouth. All right, let's get into this. Prime One Studio takes the TMNT back to the 90s via Comics Alliance. So I'll just go ahead and start by saying that apparently the 90s movie Turtles are like the fucking hot shit right now. I'm sorry, excuse my language.
Oh, yeah.
Because everybody's making them right now. So Prime One, they got a bunch of statues.
Hey, can we talk about how great Raph's face is in this grouping shot here?
Yeah, he's got the teeth. Yeah.
I'm real but crude.
Yeah, it's not the best shot.
Does he he at least have like a toothpick in his mouth? Because then it could somewhat be redeemed.
Well, it is kind of right. It is from those random scenes in the movie where they'd be like using the sai as a toothpick and stuff like that. But
I'm just saying though, he's the only one with a face like that though.
That's very true.
Yes, it's not like they chose random faces because every other turtle has the exact same face.
Yep.
It's like practically.
No, Leo looks very stern.
Yeah.
Mikey looks a little blitzed, and Donnie looks a little just like,
blitzed.
Whatever. I'm Donnie.
At Relentless 262, BJ says, love it, but Leo looks a little off. No complaints on the rest though. And Turtle Prime 81 on Twitter says, yes, Shellheads, yes, getting all of these. So
no, they comment on Leo, but nobody comments on Raph. Okay, that's cool. That's fine. I mean, I'm not. Whatever.
All right, so another 90s, specifically 1990 Turtles. NECA is getting the Turtles license back. NECA Turtles line from this year's Toy Fair. Have you guys seen this? This is from at Breeders91. And so we got links at Toy Arc and Comics Alliance. And
this guy's got links.
This guy, these links. So it's supposed to be Q2 of 2016, a quarter-scale Donatello. Darby, what do you think?
I think he looks good until you get to the head, and then it looks like he's part dinosaur.
Well, he's got the frowny face going.
Turtles have beaks and all, but dang.
He's got the frowny face going.
Yeah, definitely. He's got the
Well, and if you go,
he could have gone with a better face. It's not as bad as the rat face we just saw, so I'll take that.
All this is basically this is the problem, right? Is they're taking like moments in time of these super highly articulated Jim Henson designed faces from the Turtles, and they have so much life and animation in those faces. And so they're basically just picking out one specific instance of their face in the movie, and they make a sculpture out of it. And so like basically anybody's gonna be like, I wouldn't have chosen that one, because throughout the movie they emote so much, and so it is kind of hard to pick just one. So I'll just mention here, David McDonald over in the UK says. Guys, look at this new figure by NECA due to be released in June. So excited. So, I mean, people are liking these things. I mean, I think they look good, but I agree that the faces are, it's a difficult
Plus his
scenario.
body just looks weird. Like the measurements on his body, like his quad is like twice as long as his calf, which just is not biologically sound.
Well,
and his head is just massive, and his body is not.
So out of these two, you like the Prime one a little bit better.
Oh yeah, I would much prefer the Prime one.
All right, so let's go on to SH Fig Arts. TMNT Classic Animated Series figures will see a North American release. And now these were originally going to be only released in Japan, but it turns out they are going to be released here. Now these are based on the 87 animated series design. Similar in style to the classic Turtles that were released by Playmates. These are going to be going for $62.99 in the U.S. We've got our articles from Toy News Eye, IGN, let's see, Bluefin Tamashi? Yeah, Bluefin Tamashi Nations USA press release. I mean, I don't know how many. It's just crazy. Yeah, it's just crazy how many.
I'm not paying $63 for that crap.
Yeah, how many versions of these turtles that we're getting now? Sonia Preston says they look fab. I hope they'll be available in the UK. I would assume that there would be a way to get them. If you can get them in the US, then I assume you could be able to ship them from the US over to the UK. but it's just amazing how many different versions of these figures that we're getting now. So let's see, and more on that to come. Vegan Sarni let us know. She said, have you guys seen this? Scroll down. Check out the Mikey, Leo, and Shredder figures. Coming soon, new figures from Funko and Playmobil. So Funko is making these, but they look like the Playmobil, like, I don't know. They're basically like baby toys. That style. It's a company that makes like baby toys. But Funko is making like large versions of these. I don't know. This is like the most like random shit. They're like, all right, let's take a Ninja Turtle. We're gonna do it in the Playmobil style, like, you know, for like the babies. But we're gonna make it really big, and then it's gonna be made by Funko.
Yeah, but I mean,
nailed it,
dude. You want to talk about a brand just that's been watered down? I mean, you can go to a dollar store and find like crayons that are turtles. You can go, I mean, and even back in the day, you want to talk about weird? Talk about characters that weren't even on the show or relevant at all, that they just launched for the sake of money. And they don't care, man. It's money in their pockets. It's weird. It's interesting. They have Lego hands, which I kind of like.
Because Playmobil
is.
Yeah, I think Playmobil is made by Lego. I think it's like the baby version of Lego.
Well, that makes sense. That makes sense based on the artistry behind it. So $15. It looks like with the, and that's not too bad for a 6-inch figure. That's unique like these are.
Yeah. I don't understand who's gonna get these.
I mean, I'd pay.
Who are these for?
I'd buy them. I'm telling you.
All right,
that's what I'm saying.
You're gonna get them.
I'd pay $15 for a figure. Yes, I'm just not gonna pay $63 for a figure.
Yeah,
that I've seen 1,000 times at this point.
Sure.
Fair enough.
We've got a link to Pixel Dan's annual Playmates walkthrough at the Toy Fair, and of course. Talks all about Human Karai, because he was right there with you, Darby, as a big proponent for getting Human Karai. So,
right.
yeah, you sent out the photo. Could it be? It's finally happening. Bossa Nova, yeah. So
well,
yes, Human Karai.
You know that I did it.
Human Karai is finally happening. Let's see, Justin M, the Collector 22 on Twitter. Says that looks great. The Neko on Twitter says non-mutated Karai Chevy Nova. Sewer Den says better late than never. Nez Pierce says why can't she have elbows or knees? Alex can't see.
She does have knees.
Yeah, she does have knees. That is true. Alex Cancio says, "Don't worry, they'll cancel her at the last minute without an explanation." So I hope not.
Yeah, I feel like he's right.
I hope not. It's nice to see that it's finally coming, and that they're listening. You know, that they're listening to the fans. I think.
Yeah, it only took us like 3 years of asking for it.
You know, I think a lot of the pressure has been getting to the toy manufacturers over female figures. This whole just fuck up with Rey and Star Wars: The Force Awakens has gotten major attention. So I think that has kind of woken up a lot of these toy manufacturers to realize, hey, we need to have, you know, some representation on the female side with action figures. You know, that's for collectors and for kids, you know, just to be able to say, hey, you know, like female action figures are cool too. There's
Dude, I could care less about the female movement. The thing that I'm looking at is the fact that she's a main character and she's not. Dude, it doesn't matter to me. If you're a main character, that should be the.
Oh, exactly. The Squirrenoids were in one episode and instantly got a toy.
Yeah. Look,
or the Dream Beavers.
White movement, Hispanic movement. I don't care. Look, The fact is, she's a main character. She should have been featured right away, and she wasn't. That's where they dropped the ball. They dropped the ball because she's a female character. They dropped the ball because she was a main character, and she didn't get. I mean, honestly, that's dumb on their part anyway.
She's only Shredder's daughter and Leo's love interest. She's not important at all. Why the hell should she have a character? Or why should she have a toy?
Well, that was
she have her own toy?
Well, that was the main problem with what they had over on Star Wars as well. Is Rey is the main character in that movie, and there's barely any action figures of her. So,
I mean, you can claim that as female movement, but I mean that's.
I wouldn't call it as a female movement. I would call it as a backlash from fans saying, "Where the hell are all the Rey action figures?"
Right, because Rey is badass, and everybody wants Rey. She's basically the main character of Star Wars.
Damn, you see Daisy Ridley work out? Like, she's always posting videos of her working out. Man, she's fucking stronger than me. Yeah.
She's swole.
She is swole. Rock hard swole.
Swole, man. She's ridiculous, dude. And she's incredibly attractive. Hashtag, I hope she's, over 18. Otherwise, that sounds weird.
Yes, she is.
Fantastic.
Justin M, the collector 22, says, see Armagon? I was wondering how they would do him since he is so massive in the show. It's a little different than the version in the Nick Turtles, but you got to try to figure out some way to.
No, it's a bit much.
It's a bit much. You're saying?
It's a bit much, and it kind of looks like he has like a shark penis in between his legs.
Oh yeah.
And you see that?
Hashtag shark penis.
Yeah, he's kind of scrunching his legs, and I mean his hands.
Why am I not surprised that you would notice that, Alex?
I mean, look, my eyes just went right for the crotch, man. That's where they go. I start at the crotch and then I work my way around.
Oh man. Sewer Den says, goofy but fun. Because I mean, when Armagon is flying around in space, I mean, he doesn't even have feet or anything. He's just floating. Just has a shark tail that he uses for propulsion and stuff. So, all right. Toy Fair Playmates 2016 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles preview. This is the rockfather.com has an article over there. We won't get into too much of it, but kind of goes into some more of the details with T-Machines and the T-Blasts, the Half-Shell Heroes, that kind of stuff. You can check out the link in the show notes for that. Check out this amazing photosphere and experience 360 degrees of TMNT. This is basically a 360 degree view of the Playmates booth there at Toy Fair. So check that out in the show notes. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie toys hitting stores early. Now, I actually stopped over at Toys R Us earlier today, to check to see if they had leaked toys early yet, but none were available at my store. So, but I have been seeing a lot of photos online of these toys hitting the stores early. I mean, Bebop, Rocksteady, they look awesome.
Shredder, it was hard to see from the pictures that I've seen on. I think it was one of the fan pages on Facebook. It was hard to see, but Shredder looked pretty scrawny.
Yes, Shredder has been slimmed down significantly.
Which I don't have a problem with, considering where we were at. So.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yep, totally. We've got a newer version of Splinter. Splinter's a bit more brown than he used to be. It was, in the
that's racist.
2014 was more gray, and this one's a bit more brown. Yeah, you guys are terrible. Actually, I mean, this is nothing.
He just keeps going.
This is nothing new for us, though. We've had multiple versions of Splinter through the original live action movies as well. The figures changed a little bit over time. So
from 1 to 2. I mean, how about
1 to 2?
Yeah,
2 to 3 was pretty bad.
Yeah, it was awful. But the bow and arrow was sweet. I have a pillowcase for you, Ryan, for your if you care to borrow it. I cut some holes in there for the eyes if you
Fantastic.
Yeah, all right, good deal.
There's going to be a couple of additional, not quite as as bad. I don't want to say it's bad, but as different as like when we had the Samurai Leo and the Astronaut Raph and the Undercover Don and the Sewer Surfing.
Should have been an Astronaut Dawn. I'll just say it since Darby is
yeah. We've got Raphael in a wingsuit. We've got Michelangelo in pirate costume. We got Leonardo in stealth disguise. No, it doesn't appear to be that there's any Donatello though. Yeah, no love for Donnie. Looks like on the
he's too busy doing real shit, like
front.
building the defenses and making sure the Turtles' plans don't go awry to dress up as a stupid pirate.
Yeah, he's too busy sitting on his Pizza Hut couch playing the new Turtles game, wishing it was Couch to Go Up.
That is
yeah,
also
he's got
acceptable.
3 brothers. He's got 3 brothers. If they all want to play the game, I mean, goodness, the Turtles cannot play local co-op on their own game.
They can't even play their own games. No
travesty.
Yeah.
So this is from TMNT Fan 86 on Twitter. It says the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows Mega Blocks have been found. Man, have you guys seen any of these Mega Blocks in the stores at all?
No.
I mean, right. So this is like we talked about it before. With when Black Nerd was like, "Oh, look at these cool Legos," and Sarah was like, "Yeah, those are our new sponsor, Mega Blocks." But I'm sorry, that was too funny.
Who buys Mega Blocks? Has anybody here ever purchased Mega Blocks?
No, but I will say though, and I'm not a Lego person either, but and I have no intention on getting these, but I will say they've done a very good job with these. They've got all the different versions. They've got 87. They've got the Nick Turtles. They've got the movie Turtles. They got all these different versions of these Mega Blocks turtles, and I mean they're high quality, man. They are definitely high quality. But yeah, for the people out there who like. I don't know what the technical term for this style of toy is. Block toy, I don't know, but they look pretty good, and they're pretty popular in the stores. So let's do an update on the Shadows of the Past board game.
So much money,
man! Talk about a wildly successful Kickstarter.
Jesus.
This thing went gangbusters. Goodness gracious. Let's see.
What's the average with that many backers? I'm just curious.
All right, so they were looking for $250,000. They raised $862,211. Unbelievable.
That's an average of $142.92 per backer. Who says Obama didn't work? Way to go, guys.
Nice. Oh my gosh. For every turtle podcast I've listened to, every turtle gaming site I've looked at, they've all been just so pumped about this. What a success. What an absolute success. So Models Workshop says, celebrating the TMNT board game, Kickstarter, killing it. I love being a Turtle fan. They've been with us since the very beginning listening, so I know they're pumped about this. So, that's MWAH podcast on Twitter. Make sure you listen to them, follow them, listen to them on if you're into tabletop gaming. When this gets actually released, do you know when this is actually going to be shipped out to? Let's see, estimated delivery July 2016. Okay, so actually not too long. Surprisingly, I thought it was going to be a little bit later, but that's pretty soon. Interesting. Any of our listeners out there, actually, if you guys get this, make make sure you send us in some reviews on the game and how much you're enjoying it. Walmart exclusive. This just came out today. So we were talking about earlier about the 90s Turtles. Yep. Well, there's another one.
There was an uproar about this on fan pages.
Yeah. So this is a based on the Secret of the Ooze. This is Playmates, and this is so if you guys remember the classic line that they did. This is basically another version of that, an updated version of that. The difference here is that there are different heads for each turtle, and there's some additional accessories as well. And they are kind of taking maybe a little hint maybe from the guys over at Mondo with these additional accessories. So Leo's got a.
When did Leo ever make that face on top? I'm just like that. It looks like he was in partly he got the wrong end of a broomstick, or a mop stick during American History X. Like,
well,
it just
Donnie's got the mop. Donnie does have the mop. So
Donnie, that's fantastic.
All right, so basically, I think I do actually remember when Leo did make that face in the movie.
Yeah, I
really
don't.
I think I do. All right, so Donnie's got the mop. Leo has the TCRI cans. Oh, Donnie also has the toy bat from the beginning of the movie. The foam covered bat. That's fantastic. Let's see what else here. Mikey, what's Mikey rocking? He's got the nunchucks. Oh, he's got the salami. And some donuts. And
you mean the combat cold cuts?
Yes, combat cold cuts. Yes. Raph has a pizza and a sewer cover. Looks like, or no, that's a trash can cover. And Leo's got the shurikens and TGRI canisters. So, I mean, I think they're on par with the previous Playmates figures that they've done in this style. I don't know what the price is on these. Do you know that, Alex, off the top of your head?
I've been trying to figure that out for quite a while now, and I have no effing clue.
Well, this news just broke today, so
yeah.
It should be released this spring/summer, according to Toy News Eye.
Yeah.
So let's see, and I think that does it for collecting news. Man, there's a lot. That was a lot of collecting news. All right, so let's get into, what do you say, comic book news? This is Darby's favorite.
I strike 2 on my way down. Donatello takes out a 3rd with his staff. Already the pudgy ones are starting to panic. Raph loves this stuff. He's not alone.
Why is he narrating? Is he crazy? Hardcore crazy. I love these guys!
All right, so
so good. Too bad they didn't do that.
Yeah.
Just saying.
We've got there's been some talk about the TMNT Batman crossover, and I think we're gonna hold off our overall review of the series, the miniseries, until issue 6 is released. Now they're gonna have the hardcover trade paperback released in August, but issue 6 of that series is scheduled to come out. Let's see, I think in May. So once that time frame comes around, shortly thereafter, we'll talk about that series. So we don't want to spoil anybody on that since we're right in the middle of it. Once again, Darby's favorite basketball player in the world, Carmelo Anthony, is doing a TMNT Amazing Adventures crossover. The Carmelo Anthony special, and remember, he's going to be featured in the movie as well, right? And there's that scene.
Remember, I don't care.
Oh, it's so funny. All right. So there's we got a link to it in the show notes. Talks a little bit about it, but so there's gonna be Amazing Adventures. Now, have you guys been reading the Amazing Adventures series at all?
No.
Nope.
Yeah, me neither. I'm just rocking the IDW. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #1, IDW's Greatest Hits Edition. It's coming out for $1. Okay, if you haven't gotten on the IDW train, you don't have any excuses anymore. This is $1. Come on, people. 32 pages. It's coming out. It should be out now, actually. Greatest Hits.
Wait, what happened?
Yes, it is out. It is out now. It's $1. Greatest Hits Edition, #1. No excuses. Gotta read this. So good.
Is this, this is print. Oh, fantastic.
Yep. IDW, TMNT.
Buy it.
Yeah. So this is pretty interesting. Because we built up to issue 50, right? And this big crescendo with issue 50 on the IDW series. And you'd think maybe it's going to come back down after that. No, man, they're going strong. Their sales have been going so well that they actually sold out of issues 55 and 56 and actually had to go to a second printing for both of those. So they're on to second printings. The Batman series has been going like crazy too. I think they're on second, maybe third printings on that series. Let's see. In San Diego, a comics confab that never ends, which is another short Kevin Eastman interview and photo. This is actually in the New York Times. So Turtles are getting some love. I should say Turtle Comics are getting some love, even on the in some main journals here, including the New York Times. IDW exclusive Bebop and Rocksteady Destroy Everything in a new weekly miniseries. This is pretty sweet. Totally came out of nowhere. This is it's interesting how they're doing this too, because they're doing this it's five issues, and each one is going to be done by a different artist. I'm trying to think. I'm not sure I think it's the same writer for all of them, but it's a different artist for each one. I think that's how they did it, so that they could be a weekly release. Because if it was the same artist, that's where most of the time is taken, right? So written by Dustin Weaver and Ben Bates, with a rotating roster of amazing artists, including Sophie Campbell, Giannis Milanoginis. That's a tough one. Nick Pitara and Ryan Brown. So, and limited variant cover by Kevin Eastman, of course. So see Bebop and Rocksteady in the upcoming movie. Different Bebop and Rocksteady. This is from the IDW series. So, looks great, looks exciting, looks fun. Can't wait to check this out for sure. And again, this is going to be a weekly release starting in soon, June. Yes, June. Looking forward to that. I'm actually going to be so on Friday I'm heading out on travel and loaded up on some comics. So
this guy,
looking forward to reading all of them.
That's cool.
Breaking news. This is actually very, very... This was, I think, yesterday. Comicbook.com had the exclusive Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Deviations #1. Now, we did talk about this series before, but we've got some new details. Some of the art, external art and internal art. And Waltz, Howard, Pattison... This is that storyline where basically if the Turtles lost with City Fall, right? This is where instead of just Dark Leo, you get Dark all the Turtles. Dark
Raph looks pretty badass. I'm not gonna lie.
He does look badass. Yeah, that's actually that cross where he crosses his arms and has the two Psy pointing diagonally. That's my favorite pose of Raphael. The 2K3 Turtles did that Raphael pose a lot.
Interesting.
Out now, IDW issue 56 was released on March 23rd, and issue 57 is coming April 20th. Batman TMNT crossover number 4 released March 9th. Issue 5 of 6 is coming April 13th. IDW Amazing Adventures number 8 was released March 9th. Number 9 is coming April 13th. Mirage TMNT Ultimate Collection Volume 6 is out. I have it. It continued that that release. It's the big hardcover format, and this was basically picking up the last few issues that they were going to do from that Mirage series. So basically finished off the collection, and they are all done. So and nothing new on the Archie front. Tim, longtime listener Tim Gracke at TimG311 says, you guys said you're going to wait for the trade of the Batman TMNT crossover, but I just want to say it will be worth the wait. The first 3 issues have been fantastic, and as a diehard fan of both Batman and TMNT, it's just hitting all the right beats. It's good to know. Darby, you said you're reading it currently?
No, I said I'm waiting to get it. But I actually went to a comic shop not too long ago and came across a couple of them, so I kind of just fingered through them a little bit. And apparently, in one of them, there's a panel where Leo flips Batman and says you were distracted or some crap like that, as if that's something that could ever really happen.
It could. It did. So.
And it's funny because this is actually a DC property too. This is DC.
And I did see pictures of Batman eating pizza with the Turtles. In fact, everyone wanted to eat pizza with Batman except Raphael, who was kind of being a Debbie Downer on the entire situation.
Shocker.
Vegan Sarni says, remember our last episode, she had let us know that that panel in the IDW series that was really got her right in the feels. We thought we knew which one she was talking about. We weren't sure, so she sent us in a photo of the one she was talking about, and it's that scene where Raph gets reunited with Splinter for the first time. So there it is. Yep, great scene. That's when they're still all wearing the red bandanas. And lastly, in the comic books section, we have a fan review. Our good buddy DPC down under, he sent us a video, and thanks to him too, because he sent it and it I disappeared. I could not access it again. I have no idea what happened, so I asked him to send it again, and he did. So here is.
It still doesn't work.
No, I do have it now. Yeah, don't click the link. I'm gonna play the video here.
Hey guys, just DPC here, just letting you guys know that I finally got the Ultimate Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comic book that you guys talked about on the show months ago. Maybe it was last year, I'm not sure. It has taken a long time for me to get this because I've had many delays, but let's just see what I got with it. So I got a personalized photo, and that's Donnie. I'm actually a fan of Mikey myself, but you know, it's cool. Nice. You got a little signature there, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, this is I only got this because you guys were saying how cool it was, and the second printing.
So he's fingering through the comic. It's black and white.
This just looks really cool.
Does look really good.
So if anyone else is watching, and yeah, I'd strongly suggest go on and check out the Turtle Power Podcast website just to find out about this one, because yeah, this is definitely worth the wait. And yeah, I really appreciate that everybody from the comic book, especially Nick, who's right there. There we go. For keeping me posted, even though it took them a bit of a long time. Just go to Indigo, type in Ultimate Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or Ultimate TMNT, and you should be able to find us so you can back this project, because, yeah, this is fantastic. Yeah, so I'll just leave it at that. Catches.
So that's awesome. DPC, big contributor to the show, and really appreciate him sending us that video.
Absolutely.
All right, time for this. I think this is Alex's favorite. I think over the years this has been Alex's favorite section of the show. This is movie news. So I can't believe that it's been so long since we recorded that. I
could totally believe that.
The Super Bowl trailer was another one that just like the Toy Fair, that was right after we recorded. But so let's just talk just briefly, because I know everybody's seen it by now. But we did get confirmation on the Technodrome. We did get confirmation on Krang. We got the the bald android body.
Alex Murphy.
And RoboCop. Yeah, he's definitely rocking a RoboCop type look here. And an alien Krang inside. So we've got a couple different versions of this trailer. I say that because there's not really been any new footage in these new versions of the trailers that have been coming out.
Well, that's because you didn't go see Batman Superman.
Oh, is there another new one?
Oh yeah, there's a new trailer right before Batman versus Superman. If you guys would have done your duty and gone and seen that movie when it came out, you would have seen the trailer.
Yes.
That has new stuff in it.
Wow, okay. So do you want to enlighten us?
Here's the funny thing about that. I live in Colorado, and there are things that we can do in Colorado that you can't do in other states, which I did before going to see Batman versus Superman, which is why it felt like the greatest movie ever. No, edit that out. No, really, dude, I was high when I saw it, so there you go.
Oh, that's what you were talking about. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I was like, edit that out. No, literally, I was high. I mean, really, I don't remember any new stuff. Like, really, I don't.
So wait, hold on, time out, because you're like, oh, you guys see the new trailer? There's all kinds of new stuff. Oh, like what? Well,
I don't know.
Actually,
really. I mean,
I don't think there was any.
We've all seen it. We've seen it. We've seen actually, if I thought of any new stuff, there's probably a little bit more Casey Jones in it. Like if I had to think of something off the top of my head, there might have been more Casey Jones in it. It ends with Rocksteady and the tank coming out of the water. That's a thing that they really want to show over and over again. They show a little bit of interaction between Shredder and Bebop and Rocksteady pre-mutation. They show a little bit of that. So there is some stuff in it. I just, I didn't know I was going to have a homework assignment on it when I was watching it. So I didn't know what I was supposed to remember or not.
You're too funny. All right. We got a lot of posters starting to come out too. We've got a Leo, a Raph, a Mikey, and a Don, and we've also got one for Bebop and for Rocksteady. Mike Lockyer on Twitter says Donatello is completely ruined by those ridiculous glasses. What could possibly be wrong with his vision? I don't know, Darby. What do you think about Donnie's glasses there?
Clearly the only way to express that somebody is an intellectual in a movie is to give him glasses. Obviously, that's the only way to ever go about it. What I don't get are the goggles that he's wearing on top of his head on top of the glasses. It's like, can't you just adjust those goggles to, work like your glasses, since you can, do stuff with it? I don't understand why he's so nearsighted, or I don't know. I don't know, man. I got nothing for you. I'm with him on that. It's not that Donnie's ruined. It's just why. Like, really, you just have to. Oh, clearly he's the nerd, so he needs glasses. Okay.
We do get some pretty good shots of their overall style here. Raph is shoeless. He's the only one without shoes. Leo's got his I guess different style sandals than he did, and different style pants than he did in the last film. And Raph's got like some. I guess they look like they were pants at some point that got changed, that they get ripped and turned into shorts, and then he's got like a random like karate belt just like wrapped around his waist for just.
And it's a white belt, which explains his fighting style.
Well, it's got 3 red stripes though, so I don't know what that means.
It means he found some tape and wrapped it around his white belt.
There you go. And he's also wearing like shin guards on his left leg only, that are like taped down to his leg for some reason.
And UFC gloves.
Yeah.
Looking gloves.
Yeah, he's got.
Can we talk about the nipples on Bebop though? Can we just jump right into the bitch tits on Bebop? By the way,
let's do that.
All right, let's talk about Bebop. Yeah, Bebop Rocksteady. I mean, those are the 2 new designs that we've got here. So yeah, let's talk about Bebop and Rocksteady. So Bebop, as we've seen in the trailers, he's got the mohawk. Bringing back the mohawk. Good for you. Yeah, very hairy.
Dude, those milk duds are something fierce, man.
I think it was cold where they were shooting that picture too. I mean,
is he wearing chaps? I think he's wearing chaps. Look at this.
Yeah,
of course he is.
Absolutely,
he's rocking chaps. Look at that. I didn't even realize that until just now.
Yeah, well, there's nothing wrong with that though. But I mean, the knit.
Yeah, he's got his little vest on that's way too short, way too small.
Well, so is Rocksteady's. It's kind of their thing.
Yeah, Rocksteady. I mean, so let's say Rocksteady is Sheamus, right?
Rocksteady, yeah, he's really the Godsmack. I'm just.
Yeah, yeah. Rocksteady is true. Rocksteady's got a lot of tattoos. Actually, he's got one across his waist, and he's got one on his right shoulder. Can't see about his left shoulder. It's his arms blocking it, but he's got
Lucille over his shoulder. So
yeah,
Walking Dead reference. Sorry,
that's good. He's got the goggles on. Rocksteady. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think the pants are good. He's got the camo pants on. It's like old school Rocksteady. He's I don't see any turtle shells. As you remember the toy for Rocksteady had the turtle shells. I don't see those.
They replaced those with the tattoo on his shoulder you were talking about earlier.
Yeah. The Bebop action figure did have like a little skull necklace, and this doesn't have a skull necklace, but he does have teeth hanging from his necklace. So a little, similar, a little different style, but pretty similar. And he doesn't have black pants like the action figure did. He's got the blue, but I mean it's pretty good, man. I think they really are capturing the essence of the characters and their style here. What do you guys think?
I think crappy CG looks worse than the Muppets from the 90s. What do you want from me? I mean, really, why couldn't we just do that? We had more realistic looking turtles 30 years ago, and now we get this crappy CG stuff. That's what I think.
So you're saying are you saying it's better than the last one, but still not as good as you'd like it to be?
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Alex?
I think everybody's on that same page. I'm excited for the movie though. I'm excited for this movie. I couldn't say the same about the last movie.
I wonder how much weed I'll have to smoke to enjoy it when that movie comes out.
Does it really matter? Because you're gonna.
I mean, it could be a lot.
I don't know if these are Easter eggs, but if you go to Mikey's poster, you'll notice the background. There's a billboard with a Triceratops on it, and then another billboard with a hockey player on it. Just saying.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, it's right next to the Orange Crush.
That's right, Darby. It is right next to.
So you pointed it out.
It is right next to the Orange.
It's right above the American flag. Look at that. They put the Orange Crush logo above the American flag. I'm just gonna leave that. I'm just gonna leave that thought there.
Very, very true. He is not joking. That is a thing that's really happening right now. Oh my gosh. All right. So there's a clip from the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards that they had there. Pretty cool. It's basically an extension from the clip that we see in the trailer with them in the new turtle van. Raph just absolutely kicks ass in this trailer. So you can check that out. We got the link. It's over on Vimeo.com. But let's get into the WonderCon panel for Out of the Shadows. This was covered by Nerdist, and I'll just quickly run through the. Actually, let's do this. Each one of us will run down the list. We'll go Alex, Darby, Ryan. We'll just read through these bullet points here. So, Alex, you take the first one.
By far, the highest profile of the big studio panels. Lineup included producers Andrew Fuller and Brad Fuller, and Stephen Amell, and Megan Fox in person. No holograms.
I think Darby fell asleep. The Microsoft Theater looked to be...
Hey, yeah.
Oh, he's back.
Sorry. Microsoft, yeah, but apparently the Microsoft Theater looked to be barely a fifth full, if that.
Yahoo's Kevin Polloway was the moderator.
Foreman Fuller enter to No Sleep Till Brooklyn.
Okay. What? Forms? Dude.
His last name is Form.
Sound it out.
I'm just tired. I'm sorry. I'm tired. 5 new characters in the sequel. Bebop, Rocksteady, Casey Jones, Baxter Stockman, and Krang. But we know that. And the Technodrome's confirmed. Oh, we know that. You see that in the new trailer that came out for the Batman Superman movie.
You skipped one.
I don't care. It doesn't matter. Oh, whatever.
Form cites the hugeness.
You mean Casey Jones has beef with Bebop and Rocksteady? Really? That's a surprise?
No, that's not. That you skip. No, the one before that.
I know. I'm skipping them because it doesn't matter. It's nothing new. It's nothing new.
The sequel has almost every character they wished they could have had in the first one.
You'll soon see more of Krang in the marketing. Fred Armisen has just been signed as his voice.
No.
You guys like Fred Armisen?
I do, actually.
From Saturday Night Live? Portlandia and all that? Yeah. Alex, you take the next one.
Really? We're going the Portlandia route now?
Alex, you take the next one.
Casey Jones has a beef with Bebop and Rocksteady.
Already said that.
Yeah, well, that's the next one, so you shouldn't have skipped ahead.
Casey begins the movie as a corrections officer and may eventually evolve to having longer hair. That's an important point. Casey is a corrections officer in this movie.
Okay.
All right, Alex, you next.
So does that mean he's just gonna walk around going, you're breaking the law, punk? Is that gonna be him? Is he gonna be that guy?
Well, if he sounds like the '87 version of Casey Jones,
yeah.
That's
what I'm saying.
Do you really want me to read the next one?
No, seriously, it's about 7 paragraphs long. No, dude. No. Show notes. Something. That's why we have show notes.
Megan Fox on the previous Turtles movie. It turned out way better than I anticipated it was going to be.
Of course.
So my note is, how bad did she think it was going to be? All right. Fox says it's not so focused on April's job this time and about finding.
It wasn't the first time either.
It was a lot about her job in the first.
No, it wasn't. No, it was about her father's job.
Well, yeah, but it showed her at her work, and it showed her boss. And
yeah, it showed her being I'm supposed to be one of the best reporters in New York City, but I can't explain to my boss that I have a picture of the turtles that I took. But she couldn't explain anything.
I'm not saying she did a good job at it. I'm just saying that was a big part of that movie.
Was bad.
All right, they showed a clip. Really. They showed a clip in which April is being chased by Foot Clan, who now look like Snake Eyes in G.I. Joe movie. An improvement for sure. They surround her trying to get a canister of blue ooze that she has. Then they start going down as if hit by an invisible force, but it's hockey pucks. Casey, looking like Casey should, does his hockey puck foo and takes them out. April asks his name. He says, Casey Jones, but it's muffled under the mask, so she says, What? And Stacy moans? Then he removes the mask and says, No, Casey Jones. And then a sigh hits a nearby lamppost. The turtles drop down.
This is all, Ryan, this is all that I saw in the new trailer. So
you saw the Stacy moans?
You'll see this all in the trailer.
You saw the Stacy moans?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I saw the Stacy moans part.
Okay. All right, there you go. See, there you go. That's one thing you saw. Very good. Very good. Good for you.
Yeah, it was so forgettable, clearly.
Let's see. Casey says he has to choose between being a corrections officer and a crazy ass vigilante, and April tells him crazy ass vigilante is the right choice. Amel on who would win between Green Arrow and Casey Jones. Oliver would be beating Casey, and he stupidly wouldn't kill him, and then Casey Jones would just come back and ruin his life.
Whatever.
Oh, you don't agree with that?
No, I think Green Arrow beats the crap out of Casey Jones.
Well, that's what he said. Oliver would be beating Casey Jones.
I mean, like Casey Jones would be left paralyzed if he wanted to. He wouldn't come back and mess with Green Arrow.
This is the guy who plays both roles, though.
You're right. And one of them is in the Justice League, and the other one is not.
Amel says he likes the bow and arrow best as a weapon. The peak of weaponry technology at one point.
Right.
Alex, you take the next one?
All right. Fox says she doesn't let her kids watch TV, bitch. Amel says he lets his daughter drive the turtle van, amazing father, but he doesn't show pictures to anyone because he's afraid giant Michael Bay robots will come and get him.
It just sounds like the most ham-fisted, just we're gonna we're this marketing down your throat and act like this is how we're genuinely like. No, you're not.
Hey, giant Michael Bay robots are very dangerous, and everyone needs to watch out for them.
I feel like you have to watch out for the smaller ones. I think they're more lethal.
Yeah, Megan Fox loved Vanilla Ice, though. And,
who didn't?
Yeah. Amel says one of the best things about Casey is that whipping full pint glasses into liquor bottles is really fun, and he recommends we all do it if we get a chance. His philosophy is see Foot Clan, hit Foot Clan. Says once they found out he wanted to do his own stunts, they let him do anything, and he did more stunts for this than an arrow. But he had to break himself of reaching into his quiver.
Oh.
They both have quivers, so it wouldn't make sense.
Casey Jones doesn't have a quiver. He has a golf bag.
It's a golf bag that he treats like a quiver.
It's not a quiver.
Hence, it's a quiver. He treats it like one.
All right, Alex, you take the next one.
Turtles will go to Brazil in this film because it's Fast and Furious 7.
No. They'll go to Brazil because that's where Michael Bay just wants to go on vacation.
Whatever. Yeah, fair enough. Though most of the movie was shot in New York City. So why will they go to Brazil?
I think it's because of the political unrest that's going on there right now. Yeah. Is there any more turtle beatboxing? Producers say that you'll have to wait for the movie. And and this was the last note, it says, like the design of the turtles themselves or not, it really seems like the visuals and story will do better this time.
It does seem that way. It really does.
It really does.
It does. Yeah. But that's not the bar's not exactly high on that one. So. And
so just So that's it for all of our movie news. Do want to direct everybody over to. We had talked about this in a previous episode, but we did put up the original movie director commentary on YouTube. So you can just, if you go to youtube.com/TurtlePowerPodcast, you'll find it in there, or we have the link in the show notes. Definitely recommend throwing on the movie and throwing on the commentary and listening. It's pretty interesting to hear the director Steve Barron talk all about the movie. So
added challenge or / dynamic, masturbate to it while all that's going on. It's a whole other experience.
I think you're right. I think you're definitely right.
Yeah. All right. Mutated messages.
Mutated messages.
Booyakasha! Booyakasha!
Those aren't the right ones.
Sounds weird when he says it. Sounds weird when you say it.
That was the right one. 4CD Ant at the Neko on Twitter says, no more character spotlights? Yeah, we will definitely get into character spotlights again.
When our shows aren't 3 hours long.
Yes, when our shows aren't 3 hours long. Jared Wilson, the Jared Wilson on Twitter, says, hey, Team NT Podcast. Really enjoyed the show. Listened to the first 20 episodes in less than 2 weeks. Looking forward to catching
Jesus
up.
Christ. Dude,
that's hard.
I mean, you've seen 18 more, or you've listened to 18 more episodes than I've listened to. So.
Oh yeah, me too.
That's very true. These guys don't listen to anything.
Why would you? Why we were here? We were there. Like, we know what we said.
Well,
we don't stuff the ballot box by watching the video ourselves. All right, the views are views. They're legit views.
Yeah,
they're not us stuffing the ballot box.
You adding
to make the views.
The two of you adding 2 views to the YouTube videos isn't going to make a drastic difference.
I'm sorry, but I'm just that straightforward and honest about that. Just can't do it.
Turtle Prime at Turtle Prime 81 says, in our last episode, says the show lost its steam in an hour in. What happened? And Star Wars is still on. Are you sure? Cool show for about 48 to 58 minutes, and then not so great. Hashtag stay on target, boys. Personally, I blame Darby for that one.
Personally, you don't like it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have other interests besides the Turtles. I mean,
sorry. Whatever. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry that I sided with the Justice League.
Hold on. Hang on.
I'm sorry that I sided with the Justice League over the Turtles.
Darby, we're not staying on target. Darby, we're not staying on target. Stay on target. Stay on target.
Stay on target.
Stay
on target.
Honestly, look, we appreciate the feedback.
Almost there.
I don't care. I'm just gonna throw that out there. I really could feel it.
You know what? Sometimes you wanna talk about the Ninja Turtles, and then sometimes when you're talking to the creator of the Ninja Turtles, you want to talk about Daredevil.
Right.
It just happens sometimes.
Yeah, and he does too, because guess what he doesn't want to do all the time as well. So it's mutual, and again, I know. I mean, you guys may, and that's perfectly fine if you do. But yeah, I don't care. So, but thank you for the feedback. Seriously,
yes.
Yeah, I love it. But it's just sometimes I want to talk about, sorry I took the Justice League side against the Turtles, but that's just how it is.
I don't think he listened to this episode already and somehow went back in the past and commented. But
he probably
impressive. I'm pretty sure he was referring to the last episode.
If he only gets about an hour in, then he's not going to listen to this anyway. So, hey, if you did get this far, then you know that I pretty much said fuck off.
No.
Well, I did. What do you want me to say?
Oh,
I mean, I technically said that. I technically already said it.
Ryan said that out. It's fine.
That's fine. The thing is, we appreciate the feedback. We just don't give a shit.
I do. I mean, I appreciate that they took the time, so I do give one. Because I appreciate that they took the time.
I appreciate the feedback. I just don't give a shit about the comment.
It is what it is.
Yeah. Just do it. Like a Band-Aid.
All right, Vegan Sarni on Twitter says, just finished listening to the last episode. You were discussing whether TMNT is sci-fi or not. I say yes, based on the mutagen origin stories. Yeah, I definitely think it's sci-fi. And that's correct. So we're moving on.
Okay, Ryan.
Ricardo Do says, where can I find the old episodes not on iTunes?
They should be.
Now, I was able to get a hold of him, and he said he was able to figure it out. But just for any of our other listeners out there, we are on YouTube. You can go to youtube.com/TurtlePowerPodcast. All of our episodes are on there. And then if you go to TurtlePowerPodcast.com, you can go through all of our posts on there, and all of our episodes are there as well. Jared Wilson, the Jared Wilson on Twitter. I have officially listened to every episode of the show. Thank you for all the hours of entertainment.
I like it.
A name for TMNT fans, Pizzatarians.
I like it. I think it's great.
Mikey says it in the Nick Turtles, Turtles in Time episode. I also like Shellbackers.
I like both of those.
Very
both of
good.
Those suggestions are fantastic.
Very good. Yes, that's a reminder to anybody else out there who we are still collecting names for the what do we call turtle fans. And once we got a decent, we actually are getting a decent list here, so might be sending these in to Kevin here soon. So if you have any last minute suggestions for what should be the official name for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fans, send them in, and we will pass them along to Kevin.
A-Stuck, move on.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, don't care.
This actually got a lot of responses.
Yeah, because it had Pharrell tagged in it.
Yes. Well, Pharrell basically looked like
And we
A-Stuck.
posted it like 2 months ago.
Yeah, on The Voice. He looked like exactly like A-Stuck, and that's pretty funny.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't a duck. So.
No, that's true. He didn't have feathers. Or grenades made of eggs. Chris Dever on Facebook. This was really cool. I had the opportunity to visit the Indianapolis Children's Museum over the weekend to check out the Turtles exhibit. This raft from the third movie was the only significant memorabilia on display. Nick made sure to pack the gift shop with toys, though. Overall, a neat exhibit exploring the history of the Turtles and letting kids experience a bit of life in the sewers. I think the guys who did the Turtle Power documentary should be called in to co-curate any future exhibits, though. I think that would be a great idea.
That'd be it, yeah.
This is the costume there is pretty interesting. It's like doing the splits or something. I don't know, but awesome. Send in a photo and everything. So thank you so much, Chris. Glad you had a good time out there. Yeah, you can see like in the background over on the right, there's like huge statues of the Nick Turtles.
Yeah,
like,
those are neat.
Yeah.
It'd be nice for them to have more classic suits like this now.
Yeah, definitely. Two more things before we close. I think Darby just saw the second one. All right, first one.
Oh, hell no.
Okay, hold on. First one is this is a response back to our episode about the top 5 TMNT songs. Tim G311, Tim Graki on Twitter, says first 2 are from the OC remix album. So this is basically his top 5. Turtle in the Shredder's Shadow by Megalanic, and Trail Dust and Turtle Wax from the Bury My Shell at Wounded Knee by Viking Guitar, both from OC Remix. Fantastic. The Stage 1 Overworld from the NES game. Oh, fantastic choice. Fantastic choice.
Yeah. Very nice.
We were just talking about that. See, we just mentioned that earlier in the show. My next pick is from the original 1990 movie called Attack. It is the piece of music that plays when Casey Jones comes to help the Turtles, and April in her shop gets set on fire by the foot.
Good.
Yeah, I know exactly what he's talking about. Yep. And finally, I cannot have a top 5 TMNT music list if it doesn't include the classic theme song from the 87 series. I wrestled with that one as well. I mean, it's so iconic. And so
the problem I have with that is, and it's my fault really, I made it my alarm like a few years back on my phone.
Oh, yeah.
And when that opening sound is the first thing you hear really early in the morning.
Sure. You begin to hate that song. You
Yeah.
begin to absolutely hate that song. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, it's effective when it comes to waking you up.
Sure.
But my God.
Yep. He also says he's really excited for the new movie. Hopefully it comes together nicely.
Cool.
And last bit of news here, DPC, our boy, he wanted to let, and I can't remember if I feel like I saw this right before he sent this. So it's one thing if I notice it, it's another thing, I guess, if our listeners are noticing it. Hey guys, there's another team calling themselves the Turtle Power Podcast. Thought I'd let you know.
Yeah. They're driving distance for me, maybe.
So this is at Turtle Power Pod, and that's what they're calling themselves, the Turtle Power Pod, not the Turtle Power Podcast.
Okay, that's
fine. It is definitely close enough to, I guess, create some confusion.
It's a little different as far as what they do.
Yes,
because they just watch the '87 series and comment on them.
Yes, right. and that's fine. I'm certainly not taking any issue with that, but I think that the name is probably a little too close. So
it's really close, and then just the creativity behind the name, and B, just putting together. Hey, let me just put Turtle Power Pod right, around the classic '87 series Turtles. Wow, that's super clever. Good, thank goodness we didn't think of that and just decided to use licensed characters as our, But whatever.
Well, so I wanted to put this on the show because I wanted, this is not like we just mentioned it earlier. We're one big happy turtle family, right?
Yeah, we're super happy.
Yes,
but I mean, we also respect each other, right?
Yes, we do. And so I want to just put this out there for our listeners. For everybody else in the Turtle Power community, into the Turtles community overall.
Come on!
Jeez. Oh man. So just to clarify, if you see from anything from at Turtle Power Pod, if you see, the Turtle Power Pod anything, that's not us. Okay.
It's not. I'm sure they do a great show. It's not us.
Yeah, it's not us. If you see something on Twitter, if you're thinking that, if you see Turtle Power Pod, and you're thinking that's us, that's not us. We are at TMNT.
If you see
Podcast.
at A Rodriguez 2005, fuck that guy.
That's fair. That's fair.
So
I haven't been on
same
Twitter.
with that Darby T. Patton as well.
I'm not nearly as
what a
active
bastard.
Okay, so for you guys, what do you think? Should we politely ask them to
fuck off? I mean, just maybe.
I don't care, dude. I mean, our fans know us.
Right.
I mean, I don't care. They call themselves the Turtle Power Pod. Whatever.
But
do we have the copyright claim to Turtle Power Podcast?
No, of course.
Is that a copyrighted thing?
I don't think we can copyright it because it's already copyrighted by.
But even then, we wouldn't be total dicks about it. The thing is the only if a friend tells a friend, they tell someone, oh hey, you gotta check that out.
All we have to say is we are the Turtle Power Podcast. They are the Turtle Power Pod. If you see anything that says Turtle Power Pod, that's not us.
Yeah, but
that's all we really need to say.
Alex was making a good point. Alex, say what you were saying.
Well, if someone goes to search for the Turtle Power Podcast and it autofills pod, and then they just go ahead and start listening to that, assuming that it's us, and they just get episode after episode after episode. Of them just breaking down and doing what they do, which is fine. People, they might not get to us, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, because if you
I
were to
just
search
typed
for
in Turtle Power, I typed in Turtle Power PO, and Turtle Power Podcast still comes up first. So.
Oh, sure. I have no. I mean, yes, that is true. We are.
And I never look us up on Google. I never Google us. So you can't say, well, Darby just clearly Googled himself before. No, I haven't.
Yeah, I have. I've already checked. We are the number one turtle podcast. in the world
Yay.
as far as numbers and ratings and all that stuff. So, and
As far as what?
Yay.
Number one what?
Like
don't-
you just
we don't
said,
have
you
ratings.
if you Google Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles podcast, we are number one. Like that's
Really?
that's the thing. Yes, try it.
All right.
So I
Hey, we are number one by a landslide.
Yeah. So
Take that, Turtle Soup.
so bad.
Calling people
I listen to
that.
Turtle Soup too. There's another good.
No, they're the number 2 one. That's why I said that.
Yeah, they're
It's
really
nothing
good too.
personal to them.
So
Shell Shock, another good one. That's
Yeah, Shell Shock. Knock knock.
So I'm just thinking about maybe just politely saying, hey, just wanted to let you know
You
we're around.
do what you got to do, buddy.
Yeah.
And you know what? Right. Here's what you do. You do you, and know that I'm going to be standing behind you, supporting whatever action you want to do.
Yes.
I'll be that dude. Like, you want to go, or I can be like, hey man, it's cool. But whatever you decide to do, Ryan, I'll back you 200%.
I appreciate that.
You do it,
Guys, that's gonna do it.
Thank God.
Finally.
For this very long, very meaty episode of the Turtle Power Podcast.
Our
Our song of the show is going to be. This is actually pretty cool. This is a song by DJ Him featuring the vocals of the one and only Greg Sipes. That's right, Mikey.
Good for him.
And this is a song called TMNT All Stars Jam, and this was debuted at the Nick Halo Awards and Salvation Army Feast out in LA. So we asked if we could use it, and they said yes. So, and Greg's a good guy. We been trading some tweets lately, so appreciate it.
Awesome.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, thank you once again for tuning in to the Turtle Power Podcast. Darby, Alex, thank you guys once again.
I'll do what I can.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you guys next time.
Salvation Army, Nickelodeon, Halo Awards. Mikey in the house, how y'all feeling? I said, are you full? Are you still hungry? I had pizza for y'all, but I ate it. Yeah, booyah the shot. When I say booyah, you can say the shot. Booyah. Booyah. Hey, I got a question for y'all. You want to hear a new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles song? All right, well, I'm going to bring out my brothers and we're going to perform for you. Ready? I said, are you ready? That's what's up. Come on, brothers. Come on, Ninja Brothers. Let's do this. Let's rock it. Hit it. Hit it, DJ. Yeah, boy. We're the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We're the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We're the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Heroes in a half shell. Donnie's on the drums, Raph on the bass, Leo rocking guitar right in your face. April, she's our DJ, Splinter killing too. We jamming in a band now, won't you rock with us too? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, we're the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, we're the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Heroes in a half shell. Sure, Shredder, he can shred, yeah, Dog Pound too. But Bebop and Rocksteady, well, I don't know what they can do. The Tank can rap, and they pretty good. Tiger Claws are groupie and the Foot Clan too. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, we're the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, we're the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Heroes in a half shell. Turtle power. Yeah, boy. Thought you knew. Yo, we're the world's most fearsome fighting team. We're heroes in a half shell, and yo, we're green. When the evil Shredder attacks, us Turtle Boys don't cut him no slack. Splinter taught us to be ninja teens. Leonardo leads, Donatello does machines. Raphael is cool but crude. And then there's me, Mikey, the party dude! Yeah! Booyah the shot, baby! That's how a turtle do. I'm about to sing the hook, and you can too. We're the Teenage
Hey guys, make sure to check us out on our official website, www.TurtlePowerPodcast.com.
Also, follow us on Twitter at TMNT Podcast.
You can follow me, Ryan, at FigDonPat.
Follow me, Alex, at arodriguez2005.
Follow me, Darby, at Darby T. Patton.
Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/TurtlePowerPodcast.
Make sure to subscribe on our YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/TurtlePowerPodcast.
You can also share your feedback with us via old-fashioned email, turtlepowerpodcast@gmail.com.
Subscribe and rate us on iTunes.
And don't forget to subscribe and listen on Stitcher.